From a life of crime to a life serving God, dozens of Texas prison inmates have become ministers and are now working with fellow inmates seeking spiritual counsel. Channel 2 investigator Robert Arnold attended a recent graduation ceremony.
Yes, he's sharing the stories of inmates who have turned their lives around and are committed to helping others change their path.
The men in this chapel now walk a different path from the one that led them here.
I've always known myself to be broken.
Raymond Ramirez is 22 years into a life sentence for capital murder.
I went through that stage of brokenness where you begin to cry out and you cry to God and you say, I'm sorry, God, for all the sins that I've committed.
For the last 4 years, Ramirez has served as a field minister, an inmate tasked with trying to touch the hearts and minds of other inmates.
Somebody to pray with, someone to listen to them, someone to counsel them, someone to guide them and mentor them.
Be seated.
Ramirez was in the first class of inmates who graduated from a Texas Department of Criminal Justice program that turns prisoners into ministers.
I noticed that when I was reading this book, it was the one that I started noticing was reading me.
This group of 34 inmates makes up the 5th graduating class.
I just started feeling weight come off me, and I started learning.
Only a little more than 30 inmates a year are selected for the 4-year program. At the end, they earn a Bachelor of Science degree in Biblical Studies from the Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary.
I believe changing somebody's heart is the first thing that has to happen before you change my mind.
TDCJ Executive Director Brian Collier says the program is only open to those with at least 10 years left on their sentence after graduation. Those who graduate become field ministers.
They bring a tool that none of us have, which is credibility with the offender population. They've got more credibility with those other offenders because they've walked in those shoes.
The program has an 84% graduation rate and the support of 2 of the most powerful men in Texas politics, State Senator John Whitmire and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who delivered a video message to this year's graduating class.
We are proud of what you've accomplished, and you will be going the Lord's work.
I don't believe that we made mistakes. I believe that we made bad choices.
John Jones is serving 2 life sentences for murder. From a gym at the Darrington unit in Rocheron, he watched his fellow inmates graduate. He says the program has given him a purpose to live rather than simply exist.
When I look at the sentence, that's just what that is. But my life consists of more than that now.
You are the next in line.
After the cameras stopped flashing, applause from family members died down and the cap and gowns are put away. Each of the graduates will be assigned to a prison. Now, their purpose is ministering to fellow inmates, trying to shift them off the path that led to prison by spreading a message of hope.
I just want to help that one person that was like me where I was at. And I wanted to serve God. I denied God the first time. I wasn't going to do it again.
As of now, there are 164 inmates serving as field ministers in 33 prisons. Next year, TDCJ plans to begin recruiting the first class of female inmates into the program. Robert Arnold, KPRC, Channel 2 News.